Recovery was a serious business. What follows was our weekday schedule. 6 a.m, wake up, hit the loo, put on workout clothes, then report to the exercise room for either 30 minutes of calisthenics or yoga stretching. 6:45, shave, shower, shampoo, dress in casual attire. 7 a.m, check in and roll call at the General Assembly Hall. 7:15, report to the dining hall for breakfast with a choice of mixed fruit cup, grapefruit, cantaloupe, honeydew melon or granola without sugar and with skimmed milk. 8, physical exam and urine sample. 8:30, report to the exercise room again for meditation or to the chapel for prayer. 9, group therapy. 10:30, peer-to-peer sessions. 12 p.m, report to the dining hall for lunch with a choice of salads, grilled chicken, beef or fish, assorted vegetables and a dessert of fresh fruit and or yoghurt. 1, individual therapy. 2, freedom with limits to take walks, bike within the facility grounds, play sports or games, make journal entries, nap, and twice a week have a family visit in the visiting area or make monitored calls on the facility's public phones. 4, daily 12-step AA and or NA meetings. 5:30, report to the exercise room again for meditation or to the chapel for prayer. 6, report to the dining hall for dinner with a choice of soup, salads, grilled chicken, beef or fish, assorted vegetables and a dessert of fresh fruit and or yoghurt. 7:30, watch TV or films in the rec room, performances in the music room, peer-to-peer sessions, reading or make journal entries in the General Assembly Hall. 9:30, prepare for bed. 10, lights out. Weekend schedule was similar, but with the following difference: planned group outings at various times on various weekend days. I was making slow, painful progress, but it was progressing. The individual and group therapy, as well as the peer-to-peer sessions, were the best tools for unpacking much of the conscious and unconscious emotional baggage I'd carried since Chris's death. Little by little my feelings were acknowledged, confronted and handled in a way that provided positive and constructive changes in both attitude and acceptance. One counsellor in particular, Dr. Rose Izeros, was especially helpful. During one of our therapy sessions, she shared an extremely insightful suggestion, mentioning how often the changes in my current dietary and drinking habits had left me feeling empty and unfulfilled and was a cause for concern. She requested additional details. I'm worried about relapsing into making unhealthy choices in my life again, especially after getting out of here. Tell me more. Well, there are both the cravings and the dreams. Do you believe they could be connected to one another? What, the cravings and the dreams? Exactly. What are those dreams about? Mostly I begin drinking, overeating and screwing up my life again. And can you recall when you've had one of those dreams, if you'd had a notably bad bout of struggling with your cravings right before sleep? Taking a moment to remember, it dawned on me how true that was. When you have these dreams or cravings, how does that make you feel? Weak? Less than? Frustrated? Angry? Powerless? You do have power, and you exercise it every minute you're here. Part of this power you possess is the ability to fight urges of this kind. From what I've observed since we've been working together, is that power has not decreased. In fact, it's increased. That's important. You also have the capacity to substitute those negative feelings with positive ones, to regain control over the way you feel. Substitute them how? Over the time since you've been here, haven't you experienced any feelings of happiness about changing the things you disliked in your life? Any feeling of satisfaction about taking responsibility and control over your actions now? Even an occasional sense of euphoria, because after being beat and undone by many of the choices and decisions made in the past, you're now beating back those urges to make those wrong choices and bad decisions again. You've made your mind up to replace them with good and healthy ones. Isn't that a victory that should make you feel a little bit euphoric? Think about this. Yeah, sometimes I do feel like that now, but I still don't quite understand how I best use those sensations and feelings in dealing with the cravings or dreams I'm experiencing. How do I use them as a replacement or a substitute? The next time you're thinking about having an alcoholic beverage or eating when you're not truly hungry, why not concentrate on the way not giving in to those cravings makes you feel instead? Then choose any of the 4 feelings we discussed, such as euphoria, satisfaction, control, or responsibility, and then concentrate on it to substitute one of those positive feelings for any of the negative feelings you have. Use one, use all, but use them. My personal favourite is euphoria. I find that one the strongest of the 4. Whenever I feel the need to call in my inner emotional support team to deal with something I feel may get the better of me, I do this little self-help exercise I'm about to share with you. First, I identify what's attempting to wrest control from me over my actions. Second, I recollect something I did in the past which made me feel euphoric and what that experience felt like. Third, as I take a deep breath, I envision the air I filled my lungs with contains whatever is causing those negative feelings and hold it in for as long as I can. Fourth, when I finally exhale, I imagine I'm expelling all that negativity from my mind and body into the air and out of me. Then, when I inhale again, I believe I'm breathing in a euphoric memory. If after breathing in, then out, then in again has not yet provided the desired result you're after, I suggest doing as I do. Just keep breathing until it does. Does that work for you? There's a bear shit in the forest. I began trying what Dr. Azeros suggested, yet without much improvement in the beginning. But she had included another nugget of wisdom before that session had concluded, and which I discovered was equally as valuable. This was not a cure, it was an exercise. As with any exercise, it was the repetition of an action that built the strength one strives to obtain. It was not a one-time magic bullet or panacea. So I used the other gem of wisdom shared during that therapy session, and I kept on breathing. Little by little, inch by inch, one step after the other, one breath after another, I began to accomplish that which I saw in making healthier and better choices in my life and achieving sobriety. Using Dr. Azeros' technique on a daily basis, I gradually replaced impulsive behaviour patterns by substituting positive euphoric sensations I'd attained after winning each small battle against my addictions. I took this recovery process as seriously as my last heart attack. It was a struggle, it was far from pleasant, but failure was not an option. I would win. A little over 6 weeks after being admitted, Dr. Azeros and I both agreed it was well time for me to return home to my daughters.